you ready to go, Jason? Everybody's ready? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the New York Athletic Club. My name is Noel Thompson, Chairman of Wrestling of the New York Athletic Club. I'd like to welcome you to the tradition and outstanding history of the New York Athletic Club, and also the battle on Broadway, the Beat the Streets Wrestling Gala that will be held tomorrow in Times Square versus USA versus Russia, which will be one of the first sporting event ever held outside in Times Square. Just to give you a little background, we're in the Hall of Fame room of the New York Athletic Club. The New York Athletic Club has about 231 Olympians. 119 of those Olympians are medalists. We're the oldest, one of the oldest and private clubs in the United States of America, and we're the most historic sports athletic club in the world. Beat the Streets, to talk about a little bit about Beat the Streets. I'm on the board of trustees of Beat the Streets. We have 60 middle schools that we support, 80 high schools that we support in New York City. We're the largest single contributor to high school athletics in all 5 boroughs in New York City. We raise about $2.3 million that goes towards helping inner city youth be able to find and utilize wrestling as a platform and as a void to success in their lives on and off the mat. And tonight and this evening we have featured the Russian team, which are the reigning world champions, and the US team that will be battling with them on Broadway tomorrow evening. I'd like to turn over the program to the Director of Communications for USA Wrestling, Gary. Gary.
Welcome. I appreciate everyone who's here. We're going to have a lot of fun today and also tomorrow outside. We're competing in Times Square. I'll give you a little bit about what we're going to be doing right now so everyone kind of has an idea what to expect. We're going to have our coaches come up and speak a little bit about their teams, both from the United States and from the Russian Federation's team. And then we will open up to questions. We'll pass the microphone around. If you have a specific athlete you would like to speak to, please identify them. I will introduce everybody before we start that part of the section. We're actually in weight class order, which if you have a press kit, you can get from Jerry Milani. It'll give you all the spelling so you can know who the athletes are. But we're going from lightest to heaviest on each side, and you can ask individual questions at that point. And then prior to when we have the opening situation where you can do one-on-ones, we're going to do a face-off. So each athlete will come up, shake hands with their opponent, do one of those boxing stares, and pose for photos and for video. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. And these are the athletes that will be wrestling each other. And they'll meet and shake hands here today before they wrestle tomorrow outside New York City. So it should be a lot of fun. And once we're done with that, you're all welcome to go up individually to the athletes, ask them questions, follow-ups after that, but certainly we do have a formal part where you can ask questions here on the podium. So to start things off, I'd like to speak a little bit about what's going on tomorrow. The wrestling, Noel, as he told you, we're going to be in Duffy Square. 3 o'clock, the high school matches will be getting closer to 4 o'clock when we start that. And then around 6 o'clock, we'll be going with the international athletes competing in freestyle wrestling. Certainly, if you have any other questions afterwards about the matches or the international wrestling, please see myself. We also have Jerry Milani and Joe Favorito, who are working with the Beat the Streets people on their public relations side, and they can help you with anything you need in regards to the competition tomorrow. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the 2 coaches from the United States to come up and talk a little bit about their team, about the competition, and exactly what they expect to happen. Coach Zeke Jones and Coach Bobby Douglas.
Hello, and thanks everyone for coming today. First off, I'd like to thank the Russian wrestling team for coming. We're excited about you being here. Also to thank Beat the Streets, Bill Crum, Noel Thompson from New York AC, Dave Barry and Mike Novogratz who make this happen. I don't have really anything to say other than this is a bullseye for us. We put Russia on our schedule in this match, and we've made this a priority match for us. They're the #1 team in the world, and I know they're going to come to wrestle, and we're going to have something to say about that tomorrow. So we're excited about wrestling, we're excited about competing, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Well, I'm always excited to come to New York City, and this is no exception. I think you're going to be in for a real treat. This is a fine Russian wrestling team, and we have a young team developing rapidly. I think you're going to see some great matches. I'm excited about being here. Go USA.
I would now like to introduce Christakis Alexandridis with the Russian Wrestling Federation, and he'll be accompanied, if he needs help, but he probably won't because he speaks very good English, with Paul Kieblitz from the United States.
Я от лица сборной команды России по вольной борьбе хотел бы поприветствовать всю принимающую сторону, в первую очередь американскую команду, с которой мы завтра встретимся.
I'm a Russian team leader. I like to thank everybody to coming. I like to welcome American team and the sponsors.
И нам всегда приятно приезжать в Нью-Йорк и вообще в США для того, чтобы участвовать в таких мероприятиях.
We always happy come to New York and participate in such a good event.
Которые, конечно же, помогают развитию нашего вида спорта во всем мире.
Which help us promote wrestling. That's important thing is wrestling for us.
На международной арене американская команда является одним из сильнейших наших соперников, как было всегда.
In present time, American team is for us very comparative partner, and we're very happy to have a competition.
И завтра мы обещаем, что вы увидите грандиозное шоу.
They say, tomorrow you see good show.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce the athletes. I think it makes sense for me to go one team at a time. We'll have them matching up against each other for their photos, but I'd like to start with our Russian guests who've come here to the United States for competition. We'll start from the far end. We've got a 2010 Junior World Bronze medalist, Rasul Mashasov. Okay, next, and he's at 121 pounds, 55 kilos. Our next competitor is Rasul Murtazaliev. He was a silver medalist at the Ivan Urigan Grand Prix this year, 66 kilograms. Magomedmurad Gadziev, 2008 Junior World Champion at 74 kilos. Anyar Gedoyev, 74 kilos, World Cup bronze medalist. 84 kilos, 185 pounds, the 210 Junior World Champion Andrei Valiev. At 96 kilograms, 211 and a half pounds, the 2010 Junior World Champion Shamil Akhmedov. And then 120 kilos, 264 pounds, a silver medalist at the Ivan Urigan Grand Prix this year, Barsad Kasayev. On the American side, we'll work our way over, starting with our lightest weight at the end. The 2008 Olympic champion, Henry Cejudo. That's at 121 pounds, 55 kilos. At 60 kilos, 2009 U.S. World Team member, Sean Bunch. At 66 kilos, 145 and a half pounds, 2010 U.S. World Team member and Hodge Trophy winner as the Outstanding College Wrestler in the United States, Brent Metcalf. Next at 74 kilos, 163 pounds, he was on the 2008 Junior World Team, and he's also a Hodge Trophy winner. Jordan Burroughs. At 84 kilograms, the 2009 World Silver Medalist and also a Hodge Trophy winner, Jake Herger. 96 kilos, 211 pounds, our 2009 World Team member, Jake Varner. And our heavyweight for the United States, 2009 World Bronze Medalist, Tervel Delagnev. Okay, at this point, we're going to open you up for some questions. You can ask any coach or athlete a specific question. I'll pass the microphone around. If you'd like to speak with one of the Russians, we'll make sure that Paul Kieblitz also is there to help out. First question. Go ahead, Joe.
Mark. It's okay. Let's speak for Zeke. Why'd you want the best Russian team we could get? Why is that important? Bringing them in here for us.
Well, when you wrestle against the best in the world, that tells you exactly where you're at. And right now, we need that test. We need to test against the best team in the world so that we can measure ourselves, one, going into the World Team Trials, but really going into the World Championships.
Next.
Question for Jake. Jake, you represent New York Athletic Club, and you're kind of a bit of a showman here on this team. You and Bunch, of course, with a lot of fun, a lot of antics. But what's it going to be like for you specifically to wrestle in Times Square? The lights are everywhere. TV cameras, thousands of people.
I think it's going to bring out the best in me. I tend to compete best when there's pressure, when there's lights, when there's people. That's when the Jay Herbert show starts. So hopefully the weather's good tomorrow. I'll bring the storm, and we'll see the thunder.
Hey, let's pass the mic down to Bunch. Bunch, I want to ask you the same question.
Well, I just like putting on the show, having fun. So this is exciting for me, just being able to put on a big show in front of a large crowd of people. So I'm just going to be out there having fun. So.
Are the shades to protect yourself from the bright lights of Times Square?
Nah, this look good right now. I think I'm doing a good job at it right now too. So
Questions? Sure. Joe, Jerry.
Jordan, how does it feel to be so close to home, being from New Jersey and getting to compete right here near your hometown?
It's an amazing feeling. Competed about a month ago at the NCAA Championships in Philadelphia. It's a little bit closer to home. It's just an amazing feeling. My family's going to come up tomorrow to watch me wrestle and to be at such a grand stage and competing against such a great team. It's really a great moment for me in my career and just a stepping stone of where I want to be in 2012.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Tervel, is this how you expected to spend your first wedding anniversary in New York City?
No, but it's where I want to be right now. So I mean, I know that my wife's not gonna be able to make it, but she's praying for me, and I'm excited to get it going. And then I guess we'll have something when I get back.
And Henry, we'll go right down to him since you've been quiet. You had said previously you want a mariachi band, a sombrero, and an American flag. Cinco de Mayo, this is your day, man.
No, absolutely. I think it's Beat the Streets. It's a program that I've been working with for about 3 years now. It's endearing and lovely for me, and that's why make my comeback. Why not do it in Times Square, New York City? So I'm excited to say get the mariachi bands. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out swinging. So I'm out here to get to win, obviously. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out here, put on a good show in the middle of Times Square, in the middle of America. We're in our country today, or tomorrow.
You had a question?
Oh, I was going to ask Henry. It's been a little while, Henry. Tell us a little bit about the journey to get here, and what have you been doing in the meantime?
Obviously I took it. I don't want to necessarily say I took a break. Definitely from wrestling. I stayed conditioned. I've learned to love the sport. I've been training. I went out to Colorado Springs for a little bit, trained in Mexico. I'm back, moving out to Iowa, and making my run at 2012. So, like I said, it's exciting to come out here and put on a show. So, to come back, it's no pressure, right? Come back, middle of Times Square. The world's watching. Why not? Let's do it for the sport of wrestling.
Have we any other questions?
Yeah, I guess I'd like to ask probably the one guy that can really enjoy eating more than anybody else on the Russian team, Paul, if you want to help me out. This goes to 120. What's your favorite American food since you've been here?
Say everything was good. Everything is tasty.
What about general? Let's go to 211. General comments about what's it like being in New York City for you guys?
His first time in New York. It's a very nice city, but they don't have too much chance to see it. They come last night and they've been in the club all day. Anything else from another place? Okay.
Okay, I think we'll have a little bit of fun now, okay? At this point, I'm going to introduce each athlete. They're going to come, shake hands, pose for video and pictures. We'll see what happens. And then when you're done, you can sit down over there and we'll bring up the next weight class. So everyone stand right up here in front of the New York Athletic Club logo and we'll give it a call. At 55 kilograms, wrestling for Russia, Rasul Mashazov. His opponent from the United States of America, Henry Cejudo. Our next bout, at 60 kilograms, wrestling for Russia, Rasul Murtazayev. And his opponent from the United States of America, Sean Bunch. At 66 kilograms, wrestling for Russia, Magomedmurad Gadziev, and his opponent from the United States of America, Brent Metcalf. .74 kilograms, wrestling for Russia, Anyar Gatoyev, and his opponent from the United States of America, Jordan Burroughs. At 84 kilograms, wrestling for Russia, Andrei Valiev, and his opponent from the United States of America, Jake Herbert. And now wrestling at 96 kilograms, from Russia, Shamil Akhmedov, and his opponent from the United States of America, Jake Varner. In our seventh and deciding match, at 120 kilograms, from Russia, Barsed Kasayev, and his opponent from the United States of America, Turbel Dolognev. Coaches are next. And we're going to bring the coaches up too. From Russia, Kostakis Alexandris and Alan Abayev. Coaches, and the coaches from the United States of America, Zeke Jones and Bobby Douglas. Picture. We'd like to thank everyone for coming. We're going to have a mill-around time for our athletes. We'll stay for a little while. If you want to do individual interviews with any of the American or the Russian athletes, Paul Kieblitz will be over there helping the Russians. Please spend a little time speaking with our athletes, and we look forward to seeing you there tomorrow in Times Square for the Battle on Broadway. Thank you for coming.